Hello, Williamson County. I'm Kerri Hudson, and welcome to It's About You, an informational program about the classes, activities, and special events of the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. Well, as we sail through February, March, and a fresh new spring season are on their way. I know we are all ready for some more sunshine, longer days, and the general liveliness that spring brings. To herald the beginning of the spring season and our quickly approaching summer season, today we'll be talking about registration for a variety of summer camp programs. Joining me for the first portion of our show today to talk about our Camp Will program is Senior and Therapeutics Administrator Traci Hamby. Welcome back, Traci.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Well, it's nice to have you here again today, talking about the second half of your division, Therapeutics.
Right.
And the ever-popular, ever-growing Camp Will. This is
Right.
a program that's been in Williamson County for decades. It is well loved and for good reason. But for people who don't know about it, tell us a little bit about Camp Will and the service that it provides.
Sure. So this program is geared towards youth, adolescents, and young adults with some sort of developmental or intellectual disability. We have two campsites. One will be Walnut Grove Elementary, the other Crockett Elementary, and so campers of all ages can sign up for either one. Campers must be between the ages of 6 and 23, and they also must be a Williamson County resident. But then as far as activities, it's summer camp, so we'll go swimming, we'll do arts and crafts, we'll play sports, all kinds of fun stuff.
The way I've always kind of thought of Camp Will is, one, what an amazing program this is.
Thank you.
We are very fortunate to live in a community that values quality of life for all of its residents, and there are ample amounts of opportunities for people to participate in a variety of programs. There are more therapeutic programs in this area than I can recall in any other place that I've lived over the course of my life.
And it's just going to continue to grow.
Exactly. And it just, like you said, it keeps growing. There's so many different kind of programs. The one thing that I've noticed, and I will admit that I'm a novice in this, is that types of therapeutic programs geared towards different ages. And one of the things that I think makes Camp Will so special is the wide age range, that it serves through the program,
Yes.
Doing adolescents all the way up through young adults.
Yes, so we kind of mirror the age that students or campers can be in the school system here locally. And you're right, you'll see camps that are geared towards younger campers or maybe geared towards older campers, but not everybody all together. So that's something that we enjoy, that we can provide this service and be able to have something for everybody.
My second thought about Camp Will when I first learned about the program when I joined the department way back was that it was that general summer experience, but provided on a different platform for more people to be able to have the experience and those kind of associated memories.
Right, and the nice thing about camp is we hire ample staff to be able to provide support as needed. Now, we don't offer one-on-one support constantly. Our ratios are 2 to 1, so 2 campers for every 1 staff. But we're able to have the means to make the adaptations, the modifications, to be able to provide experiences that some of our campers may not get anywhere else.
That's correct. Well, let's talk a little bit about your program this year. Like you said, there are 2 Camp Will locations for summer of 2018. Typically, this has always been a program that's happened in the Franklin area.
Correct.
And I think it's great this year that you've expanded that scope by offering a Brentwood-based campsite.
We have a lot of families that are on that part of the county or maybe in between the two, and so we put in a request and we thankfully got what we wanted. So we're happy to be able to kind of branch out to the east side of the county, and hopefully we'll be able to be a little bit more accommodating versus our campers having to drive 20, 30 minutes across town to get to camp and then have to backpedal to get to work. So hopefully it'll be a little bit better dynamics for some of our working families.
Absolutely. And of course, our heartfelt thanks goes out to the Williamson County School
Yes.
System for allowing us access to 2 of their buildings over the summer for this program, simply because of the structure of the Parks and Recreation Department facilities. We wouldn't be able to offer Camp
No.
Will without the school support.
No, we are truly thankful for their support. We get classroom space with the schools. We have gym usage, playgrounds. So it really is nice to be able to have a space to call our own, to be able to offer all the programs that we want to within the camp.
Absolutely. We'll talk a little bit about structure of the camp next. It's
Sure.
a 7-week program. Run us
Yes.
through your dates and hours.
Okay, great. So camp is going to start on June the 4th and run through July 20th. It is 7 weeks, but there's flexibility for the families if they want to sign up for all 7 weeks or maybe just a week or two. You don't have to commit to the whole entire summer. Hours are 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And the only date we don't have camp is Wednesday, July 4th. We do skip that in observance of Independence Day.
But it is a Monday through Friday day
Monday
camp.
through Friday, correct.
Yes. And you guys have an amazing amount of activities that you pack into this summer camp experience.
Right.
Regardless if a camper's coming 1 week or 7 weeks.
Correct.
They are going to have an amazing time at Camp Will.
We do. We typically rotate through activities every 30 to 45 minutes, give or take. We will swim throughout the summer. We don't necessarily swim every single week, but we try to offer it at least 4 or 5 times throughout the 7-week camp. And then as far as theme days and special events, we do that on a weekly basis. So even if a camper only signs up for 1 week, something's going to happen. We, in the past, some of our special events have been everything from dances with a DJ to bounce house inflatables, car shows, visits from the Nashville Zoo or Nashville Ballet. So we always try to be innovative, if you will, and think of fun things that our campers might enjoy that's keeping it always new and fresh.
Mm-hmm. And they come to the camper for this
Correct.
program, which
Correct.
really helps, I know, as far as logistics and,
Yes.
timing in your day and things like that. So there's not all those additional transportation
Right.
Costs or issues when moving a large group of people.
Right.
Yeah. And then, of course, even on the days that you guys don't have special visitors or activities, you and your staff do a wonderful job of keeping fun, exciting, and engaging activities in the campers' schedules, as well as that much-needed downtime.
We do. We kind of do a lot of active, passive, and kind of rotate through our schedule like that. Passive activities could be enjoying some time. We typically have a space that's designated kind of with more sensory equipment. We have a light panel or we have some other manipulatives that the campers can enjoy. Reading a storybook. But then on the more active side of things, everything from parachute games, relay races, we try to offer a variety of different activities.
Right.
So
And
we
with
have a
your-
lot of fun.
Yes, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you do. And with your 2-to-1 camp to counselor ratio, camper to counselor ratio too, you've got that flexibility where if a certain camper just isn't feeling an activity or is just, having a day, because we all do.
Sure.
You've got that little extra bit of time to say, well, then we're going to go for a walk or we're going to go to,
Right.
a calm room or a quiet
Right.
room or something like that.
And we encourage participation with all of our campers. We don't force it, but we want everybody to give everything a fair shot. But yes, we do have the support available if someone has given something a fair try, say 5 or 10 minutes, and then they're done. That staff can go take them on a walk, go get a drink of water, regroup, and then hopefully they can kind of get those nerves and get collected, if you will, to be
Exactly.
able to rejoin with their group.
Well, there's a lot of planning that goes into the Camp Will process. I know you and your staff are actively working on camp already.
Yes.
But for the families and for campers who want to participate in
Sure.
Camp Will, they need to do a little bit of advanced planning as well.
Yes.
Let's talk about how they can register for
Okay.
Camp Will and be involved in another summer of fun.
Perfect. So for anybody that is new to our program, we do require an assessment before the online registration begins. And so this is a time where families can come meet with one of our staff. Typically takes about an hour of their time. We're going to go ahead and get some paperwork and get some information on their camper just to make sure it's a good fit across the board.
Mm-hmm.
And then online registration will start on March 20th at 9 a.m. And
But those assessments do have to be completed
Correct.
first, right? And you
by
do
March
have a deadline.
14th. We
Yes.
do have a deadline for the assessments. It needs to be March 14th, which is the week before our online registration starts. We are filling up with appointments fairly quickly, and so if anybody is new to the program, they will want to give us a phone call sooner versus later. But then registration, like I said, starts March 20th at 9 a.m. and will remain open until we're full. We do typically fill up pretty quick. And then there's a second component to our registration. We have some drop-in dates in April, some evening times and a daytime where families can complete the registration. That's where we're going to get, for our returning campers, updated information, typically the registration form we update on a yearly basis, If an assessment's out of date, we'll tackle that then, and then we'll collect final payment. And that'll be based on the number of weeks that they register for.
So parents can choose to register up to the full 7 weeks of the
Yes.
program, or like you said, they can pick just a certain number of weeks,
Yes.
Whatever works best with their family schedule. We do ask, though, that families only register for one campsite, correct?
Yes, that is ideal. Now, if, say, a campsite becomes full and onto a waiting list, we'd make every effort possible to try to get folks off the waiting list. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of time to figure out a few logistics. So we do encourage just registering at one site just so it could be fair across the board.
Sure. And just so people can have kind of a calendar of days and dates and times, when will registration information be available on the website?
It is already on there.
It is there?
It is already there. The registration forms will be uploaded to the website hopefully by the end of February, maybe the middle of March, definitely before any drop-in registration dates happen. But all the specifics are location, the fees, the hours, the registration, both online as well as the drop-in dates, all of that's already included on our website.
Perfect. And then just to go over the fees real quick, because I know that there are two separate fees. There's
Yes.
a reservation or a registration,
Correct.
fee, and then weekly fees for camp.
Correct. So the registration fee is $25, and that's going to be paid during the online registration process. So online, basically, families are just signing up for the weeks that they want and paying that registration fee.
Reserving their space.
Reserving their space. And then the weekly rate is $65 per week. We do offer financial assistance to those who need it. They're welcome to send me an email, a phone call, and I could send them the form.
And for $65 a week, that is an all-inclusive activity fee.
Yes.
So that's going to cover all the activities
Special
at camp,
events, going
special
swim,
events.
swim outings, everything's
Yep.
included. The only thing a camper needs to bring every single day is lunch and a snack, and if they need any sort of personal care, those supplies.
Those supplies as well. Great. Well, I know as you're planning for camp, I know you're putting the schedules together and getting a lot of great stuff together, but you're also actively working on staff for summer camp as well.
We are hiring. If you're a nurse or a college student and want to work at camp, please come work for us. We would love to have
We
you.
would love to have you. Yes, we would. Because of just the camp nature in itself and the two sites that we run over the course of the summer, we do have a lot of employment needs.
Yes.
For several of our summer programs, Camp Will just being one of them. But there are a variety of positions, from activities liaisons to people who can do therapy-inspired positions,
Yes.
nurses.
Yes.
All kinds of stuff. Any special type of skill sets or concentrations that you're looking for?
We do typically, as far as our counselor staff, gear or target, if you will, students, if they're college age, maybe they're majoring in special education, occupational therapy, recreational therapy, nursing, pre-med, some sort of either health or helping profession. We typically target those types of students. And then for my staff that's older, my staff is very diverse. In the past, I've hired everything from, newly turned 18-year-olds to my oldest was in his 70s. So it's very diverse in age. For my folks that are older, typically we'll get some maybe special education teachers assistants or special education teachers. So ideally, someone who's worked with this population is a plus, but it's not necessarily a requirement. They're going to get some great experience over the summer.
Yes, either way. And a list of those employment opportunities for Camp Will, as well as our other summer programs, will be available through our website beginning the end of February. And applications will be available through Williamson County Government's website at williamsoncountytn.gov. All right. Well, Traci, thank you for taking a few minutes to come in today.
Thank
we
you.
wish you the best of luck with
you.
the summer's Camp Will program, and we look forward to coming and visiting you over the summer.
We look forward to seeing you.
Y'all stay tuned. When we come back, we'll spend some more time talking about other summer activities with the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department.
I'm Special Agent Dennis Fetting with Homeland Security Investigations. We investigate crimes on the internet. I want to keep you and your child safe from digital dangers. One of the biggest risks that we see in our investigations, not just in Tennessee, but around the country, is the use of fake profiles by adult predators to lure children into providing information about themselves and their family members. And what I mean by fake profiles is basically using same-aged photos and information as the boys and girls that they're targeting to try and pretend to be a same-aged boy or girl. And so through that information, they are getting our children to provide everything from personal information to sometimes inappropriate pictures and videos. They will meet these kids on social media and gaming. What you can do as a parent to combat this problem is take a look at your kids' friends lists on social media, in game rooms, and get rid of all of those strangers off their friends list that these kids can't tell you who they are in the real world, whether it's from church, athletics, family members in the community, because every one of those strangers on that friends list is potentially someone peering into your lives and your children's lives. To report suspected online child exploitation in Tennessee, contact Homeland Security Investigations at 615-664-5501.
Welcome back to It's About You. Today we're talking about some upcoming summer camps and activities that are going to be offered by the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. For the second half of our show today, we're going to talk about the other side of our summer camp program, our general programming camps. With a wide variety of topics, themes, ages, and locations, there's bound to be something included for just about every child that you know. Joining me to talk about these programs are our Assistant Programming Administrator, Shavon Ward, and Recreation Specialist, Kerri Cartwright. Ladies, thank you both for being here as well today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
The summer is always such a unique time with Williamson County Parks and Recreation. There are things going on in about every corner of every rec center that we operate all around Williamson County. And a good portion of that activity is generated through the programming division. The programming division, in my mind, does an exceptional job with our general summer day camp program, as well as the endless variety of specialty camps that we offer and our day trips. I just really love how Laurie Camunin and the rest of the staff in the programming division, how you guys wrap your arms around this idea of, you know, every kid having a valuable summer experience. And if they are outdoor-based children, if they're cultural arts-based children who like theater, if they like fine arts, like arts and crafts, if they have a huge imagination, if they like technology or science or something like that, you guys go above and beyond in producing some level of program over the course of the summer months to give these kids some extra engagement and fun.
Yeah, we really try to, keep a variety and keep things going.
Absolutely. Probably the most long-running or long-standing program that the department has offered has been our general summer day camp program. It's been in existence for over 20 years. Through the years, it's gone through a variety of changes, but there is still that demographic, that portion of the community that looks for this Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. kind of experience for their kids. We're one of the families, where we have two working parents, and after school lets out, you still need that Monday through Friday kind of block of time. So our general summer day camp program is still one of the main leading drivers, I think, of when I think of the summer program.
So this year, our days are going to be May 29th. Through July 27th, so that's a 9-week program, which I think that's pretty typical. And our ages will range from 5 to 12. And they'll do a variety of activities from, time outside, just playing on the playground, hanging out in the gym, that sort of thing, doing arts and crafts, just a variety of activities for their day-to-day.
And with the 5 to 12-year-olds, there are some stipulations on their ages. So for any 5-year-old that's registered for the program, they do have to be 6 by September 30th. Basically, this means they need to be coming off their kindergarten year in school. And for any 12-year-old, they just cannot turn 13 before the first day of camp. Correct. So this basically is a school-age-based program for adolescents and tweens,
Yes.
more or less. This year we'll have 2 campsites in the Franklin and Nolensville communities, and more information will be available about those programs through our website at wcparksandrec.com. We have a great 36-page summer activity guide that was just uploaded to our website this week that is full of information on all the different kinds of programs. So we only have a few minutes today to kind of highlight some of the types of camps and programs that we offer, but more detailed information, dates, times, locations, costs, and registration procedures is available through the website. So please be sure to follow up at wcparksandrec.com for additional information on all of these programs. Another thing that I love that our department does are day trips. You know, not every kid needs the full week or the full summer kind of program, but a parent might be looking for just some little pop-in things to kind of spice it up a little bit. And years ago, our day trip program kind of started with the JEEPS program. JEEPS is an acronym that stands for Junior Excursion Adventure Program. And we still keep up a JEEPS program as well as expanding it into our Boredom Buster program. Talk to us a little bit about each of these day trip programs and kind of who they're for and what you guys will be doing this summer through them.
Okay, so JEEPS is more of a teen adventure program, so 11 to 15-year-olds, and it's really just encouraging them to get outside and, you know, get out of the house and that sort of thing.
Be active.
So there's whitewater rafting, zip lining, that sort of thing, anything outdoors that's really JEEPS oriented. The Boredom Busters, on the other hand, is for 6 to 15-year-olds, and with that, we go bowling, to the movies, things like that. So we're not necessarily outside and doing some adventure type things, but we are keeping them active and just engaged.
And I know, Kerri, you've been really involved with Boredom Busters this year and have even grown this program more from last year.
Right, so last year we had a 10-week program. It was every Thursday, so just once a week. But it was all day, 7:30 to 5:30 at night, or in the afternoon rather. So this year I've actually added a Tuesday, so it'll still be a 10-week program, but it will happen twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
So I love that. And the other great thing about JEEPS and the Boredom Buster trips, like Kerri just said, is they are day-long programs. You can check your child in at 7:30 in the morning and pick up at 5:30 p.m. if you need to. Their trip doesn't last that long, but the hours before departure or when they come back from the trip, they stay at the rec center with department staff. We utilize the gym to engage in all different types of games and activities and things like that. So these are really full-day packages.
Right, and that's for JEEPS and Boredom Busters as well.
Absolutely. Our Rhythm and Spirit program also does an amazing job with a series of summer camps for young dancers starting as young as 3 all the way up through teens.
So they have a couple of different types of camps. We actually have some sampler camps where kids can come for a week-long camp program and just kind of try out ballet, jazz, hip-hop, and cheer, just to kind of get a feel and see if dance is really something they want to pursue. And then we also have a couple other dance camps where they might do a little bit of dancing in the morning and then do like arts and crafts in the afternoon. So a little bit of everything there.
A little bit of everything. And they're great for the dancers who participate in the fall through spring Rhythm and Spirit program. There are no summer dance lessons that we do through the rec center. So these are great ways to keep your tiny dancers, I like to call my daughter,
involved.
When I go to pick her up for dance class, gotta go get my tiny dancer. But keeping them involved in maybe something that they really love throughout those summer months. Great. When we talked about the variety of the summer programs you guys offered, we talked about performing arts and theater camps. I think sometimes, you know, Franklin and the Nashville area is a little different than the norm because there is a very large portion of the entertainment industry in this area where you do see some cultural art programs. But, you know, we know that not every kid kicks a soccer ball or, you know, has some of those more traditional summer camp experiences. So we look to really provide a lot of variance in our summer camp program to give every kid's interest something.
Right. And one of the popular ones that we're repeating, again, is the Missoula camp, which will fill up, and that's going to be the second week of July. We also have another camp program that's theater-based that we have brought an instructor on. She's actually right now working on Annie Jr. with the program, but she's going to have a theater camp as well this summer. So it gives that an additional variety.
Yep, and different options. If one camp doesn't work with your schedule, maybe the other one will.
Right.
Because I feel the pressure already. We're already looking at the summer calendar and when we're going to do this and when can we do that and what are we going to feel this week. And, you know, there's lots of things that go into a family calendar. And sometimes that one thing your kid might want to do just doesn't always work out, especially when you're dealing with multiple children. But we really do try to provide a lot of variety so that if one week doesn't work for you, maybe another will.
Right.
It's wonderful. Specialty camps. I mean, goodness, I feel like we offer, like, this is just like I don't even know what the analogy is, but it's like, you know, leftover stew of summer camp. Like, whatever you've got, you throw it all in the pot and something wonderful comes out. But I love the variety. in
Right.
the specialty camp program.
And every summer, our staff definitely tries to bring something new to the table, new and exciting, to see if that'll reach an additional kid. So we have, like it says, we have anywhere from art camps, we have some workshop programs that are like our Babysitting 101, as well as our Safe Kid programs. I know this year Franklin's looking at adding a yoga camp for kids. So it's, again, just giving them an opportunity, if they have an interest, to express it and do it over the summer break.
And then there's other kinds of things that you don't always think about as summer programs when you look at science and technology, animation-based camps. There's some computer skill camps for, I don't mean to, it can sound overwhelming, but like the basics of coding, you know, I mean, so there's something out there that can really engage a large platform of interest for varying ages. You know, some of our preschool art programs start as young as 2 or 3, I think, and then we go all the way up through 17 with some of our older programs. So definitely for any adolescent in your household, hopefully there's something in the mix. I think the department tries really hard to do that. Just over the past couple of years, with the inclusion of Timberland Park into the amenities of Williamson County Parks and Recreation, we've also been able to do a couple of nature-inspired programs.
Yep, and we'll have another camp this year that'll be partial days, and that's the second week of June that'll be out there. And it'll incorporate getting out in nature and just kind of learning about it, and then probably a little arts and crafts time for them to reflect on what they've learned.
And then, of course, there are still some of the standards. We have a variety of sport camps. We'll actually talk about those in a couple of weeks with our athletics administration, but everything from basketball to volleyball, flag football, golf, and so much, much more. Again, all the specifics on these programs are available through our website at wcparksandrec.com by clicking on the link to our summer activity guide from our homepage. Registration for the majority of our general summer programs starts on March the 1st. So there are a couple of weeks for you to digest that 36-page activity guide booklet and then plan your registrations accordingly for our summer programs. And then Shavon, Kerri, I know just like Traci, you guys have to have additional staff to make these programs work, and you're going to be looking for summer help as well.
Correct. We are looking, I think we're looking for around 40 people, college age, and again, adults. They will go on these field trips. They'll handle summer camp day to day. They'll be the specialty camp help whenever we need it, because, you know, we're going to have a large number of kids this summer, and so we need all the help we can get.
We do. We do. We are very honest about that. We're like, no, we're going to need some help. Putting together 36 pages of activities means that you need quite a bit of help, and we are not shy about asking for it. Again, most of these summer employment opportunities, they are temporary seasonal positions throughout the course of the summer. They can start usually around the end of May and go through the first to second week in August sometimes, depending on the structure of our summer programs.
Correct.
We do look for mostly older teens and adults to help with these programs, and they can be a variety of different things, from being counselors to activity staff to even office and support staff. Again, information about all of our summer employment opportunities will be available through our website beginning the end of February. So if you're looking for a summer job, or if someone you know is looking for a summer job and you like having fun, check out what we have to offer. There might be the perfect employment opportunity for you waiting at your local recreation center. Again, you can visit our website at wcparksandrec.com for that job listing and all the information on our summer activity programs. Ladies, thank you so much for taking the time to come in today. It's been great to talk to you for a few minutes, and we look forward to seeing you over the summer and all the fun things that you guys will be doing.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
I want to thank you guys for joining us for today's show as well. When you are checking out the website and all the different activities that we have to offer, also be sure to check out our social media sites. And if you don't already, like or follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, and YouTube for additional information, photos, and videos of all of our exciting offerings. Thanks you guys for tuning in today. We'll see you next time. And until then, remember, Williamson County, it's all about you.